Você nem deveria se apresentar aqui como candidato. Nem deveria se apresentar.
Sou eu, senhor?
Você nem deveria se apresentar.
Let me translate that for you. Lula is telling the so-called priest that he shouldn't have the right to present himself as a candidate. What? Are you nuts? Anybody in democracy should have the right to present himself or not. Am I wrong? Besides, who the hell is Lula to think he can make that call? I mean, the man was in jail. He was in prison for corruption. In fact, 59 million Brazilians think that Lula shouldn't be able to present himself. So, people in politics are just despicable. They are good for nothing parasites. As long as people keep voting for those parasites, things will be ever the same. Democracy is a lie. I never believed in it, never voted for anything. In fact, I think anybody who runs for anything in politics is just a crook. In any case, I'm taking here a cup of coffee as Milei is cooking some nice meals for everybody, including this man called Lula, that is actually the president elected of Brazil. Brazil is in for a world of trouble, man. That man is just he's one of the worst people I have ever see in politics. He has no shame, no dignity, no nothing. You would think that after some certain age, he's not a young guy. He's almost 80 years old. You would think that he would have some sort of decency as a human being, but he doesn't. Age doesn't help you at all about being a nice, decent person. At least in here he's working. Yes, man, in my game you are not going to be able to be a parasite, a state parasite. This man hasn't worked for, as long as I can remember. Always parasite in the state, always being this lame, shameless human being that he is. I think Lula is just the worst. At any case, I'm not trying to defend the others. This is not a question about being on the right wing, on the left wing. I'm just stating to me the fact that they are all crooks, people in politics. And at any case, back here to my game, Javier MILEI got in this Rimworld planet, Anarcho-Capitalist planet. No guns, no weapons, no food, no clothes, no nothing. He started to build a colony, a anarcho-capitalist colony. Later in the game came Jair, MESSIAS, Bolsonaro, the Brazilian Messiah, the myth that lost the elections, to Lula. As you can see here in his avatar, he has a small tear under his eyes because he just lost the elections. How can anybody lose to Lula is beyond me. It's like losing to Biden, I think, Biden is such a... Biden doesn't even know he's the president. The man completely lost it, and I do not know. Politics is funny. I do not take it seriously. I don't vote. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in democracy. I think the whole thing is just a load of crap. But in any case, some people do, and they keep voting. So if that makes you happy, man, live with Joe Biden for 4 years. And Kamala Harris is coming. She is the next president of the USA. At least that's my opinion. That's what's going to happen. There is no way the Republicans are going to win the next elections for the presidency. At least that's what I think. Kamala Harris is the next president of the US. And Lula in here has to work, man. You rock, man. I've never seen you raise a brick in your life. Not that I have, but at least I'm not, a populist. I'm not in government. I'm not sucking the state like a parasite. I think that's why I agree with Milei, with Javier Milei so much. I don't mind, it's not everything that I agree with the man. In fact, I think he's nuts at some case. But when it comes to the political class, the superior caste, that is the political word, I think he's absolutely right. Those people are good for nothing. They pretend they pretend to be anything in order to get you to vote them so they can be parasites. That's all there is to it, in my opinion. Milei brings that up every time he can, and I think that's just awesome. He puts the finger right there, and as you can feel that sometimes the people in politics do not know how to respond very well to Milei when he comes and say that political figures shouldn't even exist, that they should be eliminated somehow. He's saying that he's going to, if he wins the presidency here in Argentina, that he's going to pass a chainsaw with the money that politics take to be politics. So I think Milei is 1,000,000,000% right when he goes after the political class, the political caste, as he calls it. And in my game, I muffalo, self-tamed, so I need to take care of my first big animal in the game. You need to build a fence, and you need to make a pen for your animals. That's what I'm going to do right now. I had already a space in my head that would be my pen. So you need to go to structure, and in here you make a fence to where your animals are going to be. For the moment, I have a muffalo. It's a big, huge animal that looks a little bit like a cow. It has milk, and it has some sort of fur that you can use in the game. So in here it's going to be my animal pen. And I'm going to build a nice little house for my animals. That vicious communist dog that attacked me is just dead, and Milei didn't cook that animal yet. So I'm going to build here a gate. Right here, it's good enough, I think. And I'm going to build a nice little home. This is a pen marker. It's not a religious cross, so you cannot be scared that symbol has any religious matters to it at all. In here I can build a wall, as you can see here. It's good enough, I think. I'm taking a cup of coffee, so sorry about being kind of lazy to talk. In here you can put some animal sleeping spots. I'm thinking about 3 already. In the future, of course I'm going to have more animals. Everybody's asleep except Milei, because he's a night owl, such as myself. In fact, I think that's why I like Rimworld so much. It actually helps me sleep. Sometimes I cannot sleep, so I start. This is the muffalo, the big animal. It looks like I don't know. Looks good though. It's a nice art. The whole game has a nice art to it. I love the art. I love the pace. I love the music. So that's why I use it sometimes to go to sleep. Almost 10 minutes. I recommend you again to check out on Sam Cedar if you want to find more about libertarianism, anarcho-capitalism. I am fascinated by anarcho-capitalism, and I think it's just awesome. It needs a little polishing, but in any case, I think at least to where it comes to politics, it's perfect. Nobody needs people to run your life. That's exactly what libertarians are all about. At any case, go to Sam Cedar and the Majority Report. Have fun with those debates. That's it for today.
Folks, there's more of what you've just saw where that came from. That's if you hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. Really, thank you.